Good morning, friends. In previous lecture, we have started unit number 2, that is digital design and issues. And we have discussed about the concepts like metastability, what are the hazards and effects of metastability and its solution, noise margin and fan out. These are more critical problems which are present while designing the digital system by using VLSI technology. In today's lecture, we will discuss about the next most important issue in digital design, that is clock skew. Clock skew, this is a major problem. Now, to understand this, first of all, let's discuss about what is meant by skew. Skew is nothing but simple a delay or offset in timing of a signal. And clock skew, it is totally related with the clock signal. To understand the concept of clock skew, let's observe the waveform which are given on the right hand side. The second and third waveform, these are shows clock signals are reaching to the flip-flop 1 and flip-flop 2. Here flip-flop 1 is a launch flip-flop and flip-flop 2 is a capture flip-flop. And whatever the triangles are shown, these are nothing but the clock tree buffers. Now when the clock reaches to the flip-flop 1 as well as flip-flop 2, there is some delay while reaching this clock at the flip-flop 1 and flip-flop 2. And this delay decides whether that delay is positive or negative. If it is a positive, then this is known as a positive skew. And if it is a negative, then it is known as a negative skew. Now let's define what is the clock skew. It is maximum difference in arrival time of clock signal to any two latches or flip-flop which are fed by the network. Means it is the difference in between arrival time of clock signal to the respective flip-flops and which are defined by the network. Now in this case, if clock at the capture flip-flop, now in this case capture flip-flop is F1, means if clock at the capture flip-flop takes more time to reach as compared to the clock at launch flip-flop, then it is known as a positive flip-flop. Okay. Now in this case, flip-flop 1 is a launch, in this case flip-flop 1 is known as a launch flip-flop and flip-flop 2 is a capture flip-flop. Previously I mistakenly said that flip-flop 1 is a capture flip-flop, but capture flip-flop is a flip-flop 2 and launch flip-flop is a flip-flop. Means when clock at capture flip-flop, that is flip-flop 2, reaches or takes more time as compared to the clock which reaches at the flip-flop 1, that is a launch flip-flop, then this is known as a positive skew or positive clock skew. Now in second diagram, it shows that the clock reaches to the flip-flop 1 means when that clock at the capture flip-flop takes very small time compared to the clock which reaches at the flip-flop 1, that is a launch flip-flop. Hence this is known as a negative skew. Means when clock reaches faster to the flip-flop 2, that is a capture flip-flop, if we compare with the clock that reaches to the launch flip-flop, that is flip-flop 1, that skew is known as a negative clock skew. Now how to obtain this clock skew? Now let's consider T1 and T2 time. T1 is the time required to reach the clock at the flip-flop 2 and T2 is the time to reach the clock at the flip-flop 1. Hence Q is the difference between T1 minus T2, means the clock time required to reach at capture flip-flop minus clock time required to reach at launch flip-flop. Hence in this way we can obtain the clock skew, which is the difference between modulus value of difference between T1 and T2, and we can consider its max value. Hence clock skew is very important parameter. Hence in this clock skew, as we discussed, the skew describes a delay or offset in time between the two signals. Means it is a delay or offset between the time when signals reaches to the respective destinations. And what this skew causes the problem. Okay, these are nothing but it causes combining the two sets of values, but in fact means it's combining the different set of values. Means it combines the different set of values so that our inputs are delayed, or it takes more time to reach at the output. Then this skew, it may be present between the two data signals, or a data signal or clock, and between the clock signal in the multi-clock system. Means these are the skew where these it are present. Now let's understand the circuit that introduces a signal skew related to the clock. Now in the given combinational circuit, we have provided the three NAND gates and input signals like A, B. These are applied to the first NAND gate and third NAND gate. Output of first NAND gate is given to the second NAND gate, and output of second NAND gate is given to the third NAND gate. X is the input to the third NAND gate, which comes from output of second NAND gate, and output of third NAND gate is given to as an input to the D flip-flop, and phi is the clock signal which is applied to the D flip-flop. Means output of D flip-flop going to change it with respect to the clock, means at rising edge of the clock. Now in this case here in timing waveform, as we have seen, when A and B both signals are stable, means when A and B both signals are stable, at that time our X signal is changing, because these are connected in such a way that output of A is connected to the second flip-flop, second NAND gate, and output of second NAND gate is connected to the third NAND gate. Hence X is the input of third NAND gate, which comes from output of previous NAND gate. Hence when A and B are stable, at that time X is changing. But after 5 nano, after means this A and B are stable for first 5 nanosecond, and during this 5 nanosecond X is changing. But what happens after the 5 nanosecond, this A and B are now going to change. At that time our X value is going to be stable, because the at that time the input A and B which are reaching or output X input is going to be stable during this, and A and B are going to be changing. Means hence when this X is stable, at that time we will get the output from third NAND gate, and it is applied to the D input of the D flip-flop, and at the next clock edge of the D flip-flop, as this output of third NAND gate is stable, we will obtain the output of the D flip-flop after 10 nanosecond. Means total this combinational delay which is generated because of these gates is more than 10 to 12 nanosecond. Okay, in this way this skew plays a very important role, because the skew presents skew defines the delay or offset in between the timing of signal. Some signals reaches earlier to the respective gates or flip-flop, and some signal reaches to the by using because of some gate delay or a more lengthy network, means because of number of thousands of gates are present. Hence this gate delay introduces the skew in the respective network. Hence, to understand the clock skew, here again same what we have discussed earlier. Here signal provided to the latch, it is valid from 0 to 5 nanosecond. Means 0 to due to this 5 nano up to the 5 nanosecond, this signal is valid, means it is a stable. But clock edge does not arrive until the latch and till 6 nanosecond. Means if there is a mismatch, means signal is stable, but at the up to the 5 nanosecond, but clock doesn't reach up to the 6 nanosecond, and because of this that rising edge of the clock and setup and hold up time of the signal does not matches. Hence the latch or flip-flop, it will store the garbage value. Hence this is a problem due to the clock skew. Now, what are the sources of clock skew? Now the sources of clock skew are, if clock skew is due to the external factor or external sources, then they may be skew. They may arouse skew. Means clock skew may occur due to the external sources also. Again, some sources are the delay to the clock network may vary with the position on the chip. Means as uh, clock clock reaches to the every gate or component on the chip from the crystal oscillator. Hence, it occurs or it reaches to the different path. Hence, delay due to the clock it may vary from position to position. Means at nearer to the clock oscillator, this clock skew may be very small, but at the end or corner of the chip it may be sometimes large. Sometimes third is qualified clock may add delay due to some clock destinations and not others. Means qualified clocks also introduce some delays. Then skew can vary depending on the temperature and due to the temperature dependency on gate or buffer delay and wire delay. Means sometimes skew are to they are dependent on temperature. Hence, as temperature is going to be vary, these sometimes this clock skew may be again vary, and it also depends on gate or buffer delay and wire delay. Because in combinational circuit, as number of gates are present, gate delay also play or buffer delay also plays important role. And sometimes wire means path routing algorithms selects which path to reach the signal to that component. Hence, wire delay also plays important. Then next is skew and qualified clock. Hence, we will discuss about the second point, skew and qualified clock. Here, one simple diagram we have given. Two D flip-flops we have given. Input signals are input signal to this flip-flop takes some delay like del 1 and del 1 and delta 1 and delta 2, and clocks are reaching to the both flip-flop, that is flip-flop 1 and flip-flop 2, by considering the delay del 1 and del 2 from the clock source phi. Hence, this is a model system for the clock skew analysis in the flip-flop based machine. Now in second diagram, as we look the timing waveform, where first D1 is the input which is appearing at the flip-flop 1. Then when phi 1 means clock 1 at the flip-flop 1. When clock at the flip-flop 1 reaches, is at rising edge of the clock reaches, at that time after that gate delay, means at the uh, flip-flop 1 generates the output Q1. Okay, and that Q1 reaches to the flip-flop 2 by delay, after delay del 2. Okay, means D2 is equal to your phi 2, sorry, phi 1. Okay, after phi 2, sorry, after del 2. And flip-flop 2 generates the output when the clock reaches to the flip-flop 2 by considering the delay del 2. Okay, means in this way the timing delay is going to be add, means Q is going to be add in the respective output. Hence, flip-flop 2 generates the output that considering all these delays due to the clock delay del 1 and del 2, due to the signal delay del 1 and del 2, delta 1 and delta 2. Okay, in this way we will get the output after considering the skew. Again, skew are present in the clock distribution, and in clock distribution technique different models are used, like tree model, and at every edges clock reaches after some delay. Means at some, suppose first branch delay reaches to the 10 nanosecond, second branch is reaches to 20 nanosecond, and third branch is reaches to 30 nanosecond. Hence, this is the clock skew. Means at every edge how many number of components present that in that row, or in that path, it will introduce some delay. Means as components are nearer to the clock source, delay is smaller, and as components are longer from the clock source, delay goes increasing. If we'll compare the delay between first and last stage, then it is a worse, very bad case. Means in first case there is a delay we are considering 10 nanosecond, and last stage, in third stage, it is a 30 nanosecond. Hence, if there is a connection between the component from first stage and third stage, then delay is a very bad case. Hence, this design has both large clock skew and long wire that lead to the combinational delay. Okay, due to the wire delay also and clock skew delay, both introduces the bad case of the clock skew. Then second, if components are in the same path, it is equal, means delay is equivalent, means it will better case compared to the previous. And if delay on the same side of the clock, then it is equal for all the components on that branch. Hence, this design reduces the combinational delay and it keeps the flip-flop within one island of clock skew. Okay, this is about the clock skew. Now, to better understand clock skew with respect to the setup and hold time, let's see the two diagrams I have provided here. First is the clock at F1 and clock at F2. This red color line indicates the hold checkup, and means red arrow checks the hold time, and green arrow check the setup time. Hence, let's understand this. Here, clock at F2, it takes more time to reach as compared to the time taken by clock to reach at F1. Means clock reaches F2 takes more time compared to the clock reaches at F1. Hence, if we recall the concept of setup time, what is the setup time? Setup time means that data launch should reach to the capture flip-flop at most setup time before the next clock age. Means whenever data reaches to the input of flip-flop, it should reach before the setup time of the next clock age. Means whatever the setup time of the clock is, means before going to reach the rising edge of the clock, whatever the setup time required, that before that setup time the data should reach to that flip-flop. Hence, as evident below here given, the data launch at the flip-flop F1, it gets an extra time equal to the skew to reach at F2. Hence, setup time is relaxed. Means in case of F1, this setup time is reached. And what is the hold up time? In hold check means data launch should reach to the capture flip-flop at least hold time before the clock age. Means here hold time means data should stable during that time. Hence hold times it must be again follow before going to reach at the rising edge of the clock. Hence hold is further made critical for the positive clock skew. Hence in positive clock skew, setup and hold time plays important role. Data should reach at the rising edge of the clock before satisfying the setup and hold up time. Okay. Hence, in this case, clock reaches to the flip-flop to takes more time compared to the clock reaches to flip-flop one. Hence, it is known as a positive skew. Similar negative skew. In negative skew, clock at the flip-flop 2 reaches earlier compared to the clock at flip-flop 1. Hence, as evident below here, data launch at the flip-flop 1 gets lesser time equal to the skew. Hence, here setup time is critical, but hold time is relaxed. Hold time is more, but setup time is critical here because setup time requires one clock cycle. Okay, and this is known as a negative skew. Okay, this is about clock skew and importance of clock skew. What are the sources of clock skew in the uh, uh, digital design issues? Thank you.